you most. You will not be taken in.
No. I won't. Why should I?
Not by God? Life? People?
Not by what I know. I don't know God.
God is just some thing out there? God is not in life or people?
Okay. But it's still confusing on the surface.
Unless it's not so much about what's on the surface. Unless it's how and where you're looking.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Hey, Danny boy, what are you doing out here on the pier, eh? Cruising for a bruising?
Go on with yourself, you fresh as paint you are.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Yeah, you and your pipes.
Just the one.
Yep.
Oh, does it sing?
Look, I told you. I don't do that stuff no more.
I
don't do that stuff no more.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah.
since what pig flew?
Yeah, well, you can get mad. Doesn't make any difference. I know you just want to put me in a compromised position.
Yeah, that works.
I'm going to do it, Lionel, I swear. I'm going to.
Oh my God! OMG! OMG! It's my BFF! It's my BFF! She said she was gonna do it. She says it all the time. I'm gonna kill myself today. I swear I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it already. Something must have changed. Something must have sent her over the edge today. There's been a plot twist. Help! Police!
Jeez! She jumped!
Well, LMFAO. Anyway, if you need me, and I know you will, I'll be in the bar.
Yeah, take your pipe with you. Hey, what are you doing, you crazy? And how can you do a thing like this? Why can't you think about all the things that you have to live for? And even if you only have just one thing to live for, well, even if you don't even have just one thing to live for, you might have one thing to live for someday, but guess who won't be here to see it?
Who asked you? Was there some kind of RSVP? Was there a sign over there that said intentional drowning? Please save.
That there was a stupid thing that you did.
The only stupid thing is that I'm standing here. I finally decide to end a stupid life, and I finally feel it moving away from behind me, and in steps a Buttinsky.
Hey, look! A life is a precious thing.
Oh, no. That is so none of your business.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna jump again, you idiot.
Well, okay then!
Okay, what?
I'm sorry I stopped you!
Yeah, well, you should be.
Yeah, well, I said I was sorry!
Well, see, I heard you the first time.
Yeah, well, it didn't sound like you heard me the first time.
Yeah, well, I did. Oh, come on now. You big lug.
I'm not a lug.
You're not?
I always wanted to be a lug, but I'm not.
Come on, a guy like you, you could could be a lug if you put your mind to it. You're a wharf guy. It could happen.
I'm only a wharf guy because I like hanging around wharf guys.
When you say hanging around, do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not surprised at nothing. Is a gal safe with you then, eh?
Yeah.
You know, I think I've met every type there is. All sizes and shapes. That's why I, you know, promise you. The revolving door of life. And I think there really are just two types. And how many times does a girl have to keep meeting the same two guys? I mean, they're the same two guys.
Yeah.
They're the ones where it was like I wasn't even in the room. And then they're the ones who want to be my buddy, my pal. They want to teach me everything they know about life because of what I am. Like they know what a real pal is.
Yeah, well, I think I know what a real pal is.
Yeah. I think you would.
Yeah. Jesus. Didn't they learn you about Jesus in Sunday school?
Let me tell you something about Sunday school.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, teacher.
Shall we review last week's lesson?
God is a pretty hat. God's a pretty hat that we keep in a hat box. God's a pretty hat, such a pretty hat, it's as plain as that.
Oh, it's a personal possession. We might choose it as we choose a book. Hats to some become obsession, to most a reflection of how we look. Your part now.
God is a pretty hat. God's a pretty hat that we keep in a hat box. Just a pretty hat, but such a pretty hat, nothing wrong with that.
They could come in ugly shapes and sizes. I suppose that's what we call a pity. 'Cause what many of us realizes, hats depend a lot on what you call pretty. Here's that tricky part, children.
Jesus.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
God is a hat, God's a pretty hat we keep it flat inside a hat box. God is a hat, nothing more than that. God is as simple and as silent as a hat.
Now, a hat makes a statement right away. And statements abound, and that's fine. But oh, those in a state, if they hear you say, no hat in the world is as fine as mine is. And it is.
God is a pretty hat. God's a pretty hat that we keep in a hat box. God is a pretty hat, such a pretty hat, it's as plain as a hat.
Recess, children, I'll pray for you.
Everybody thinks they're right about everything.
Yeah. And everybody's wrong. Well, some people more than others, you know. And then there's them wackos. There's all kinds of wackos out there. You ever see them coming?
Yeah. Takes all kinds to rule a world, don't it? But people are funny, though. Like we want to do good, and sometimes we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sometimes, you know, in spite of ourselves, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah?
In spite of ourselves, something grabs hold.
But hey, you don't believe in nothing.
Well, when you met me, I was like this, with nothing, belief-wise, and underwater.
Look, you can't keep going on like that. You can't keep trying to end it all. It's not right.
Are you one of those, everything's gonna be all right even though nothing changes, life's full of all kinds of craziness, boredom, and disappointment that you could just off yourself, but you can't because Jesus wouldn't like that so much? How's that working out for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, sometimes you get to help people out. You know, gives life a little meaning.
Points for the little meaning,
Yeah.
but what about the big meaning?
Big meaning. Big meaning. Look. Live your life. Like who you are. Don't try to make everybody happy all the time. And if you're a jerk, fix it.
And that's enough for you.
No, I didn't say it was enough. I didn't say that. But I'm here to tell you. Where is a mic when you need one? Thank you. Women who love women, men who love men, bring on a kind of
subdivision.
Yeah, the ones who don't fit in, the ones who bend, can lead a life
Without submission.
to generalize is not the plan. So some don't recognize that I'm
Some kind of lesbian man.
some kind of lesbian man. Now ladies, I am not that guy. The reason you hate men and guys, I'll never be worse.
In your mirror.
And with the guys alone, I'm just alone again. Can't throw the bone that puts men. If not, yeah, I'm not a gambling boy. I don't play catch as catch can. Seems you just can't toy with.
Some kind of lesbian man.
Can't do it. Not this kind of lesbian man. Hey, are there any lesbian men out there in the house tonight? Woo! Nice to be not all alone. Don't really want to change, not for 1 minute. I kind of like myself.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? If I'm the odd man out, then that's what I'm about. It is not so bad to be glad I was born to be some kind of Liz.
Come on, say it.
Some kind of Liz.
Let's be friends, baby. Let's be friends.
Some kind of
Frankly, I don't care what kind of lesbian you are. A good pal's the closest thing to God I think I've ever come to.
Closest thing to God. How funny it works out that way, yeah?
Kind of like a pet. You know, loves you if you love it. And maybe even if you don't. With a pal, though, sometimes you have to feed it, but you don't have to clean up its poop.
What if it came to that?
Yeah, it came to that. Oh, my story's on.